Welcome to the Module 1, India, Size and Location. This is the map of the world, and let us now see all the names of the continents. Asia, the largest continent of the world. Asia shares a land boundary with Europe. The region is known as Eurasia, where they are having the land boundary common. Africa, South America, North America, Antarctica. So these are the main continents which we can see. We can see the oceans: Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Indian Ocean. Let us move ahead. As we all know, India has a rich heritage. In fact, right from the primitive times, if we look at, India was very advanced. The advanced civilization known as the Indus Valley Civilization or the Harappan civilization was on the lands of India. Mohenjo-daro and Harappa being the major towns, it was spread on the belt of Indus Valley, Indus River, and this civilization is known to the world for its town planning and drainage system. It also conducted trade with other civilizations. Farming was also done by these ancient people. Pottery making, religion, they believed in nature and they worshipped Shiva. These were the evidences which have been procured. Many artifacts and remains of various toys, ornaments, jewelry, etc. have been discovered during the excavation done in 1921. However, when we look at the history, we know that Indus Valley civilization was not known to the world till 1921. World assumed that Sumerian civilization and Egyptian civilization were around the same timeline. Later, historians added that during the same time frame, Indus Valley civilization prevailed. We were far more advanced, and we can understand this due to the town planning and the drainage system remains which have been excavated. In fact, every house had a well and there were toilets too. Granary, the great bath, all these inform us about the grandeur of our rich heritage. India during the latter Vedic period and former Vedic period. We can know that the Vedic age was divided into two categories, the former and the latter. During the former ages, various discoveries and inventions were done. Amongst the most noted in terms of religion were the Upanishads, Puranas, Vedas, and epics written during that era. Ramayana, written by Valmiki Rishi, and Mahabharata, written by Ved Vyas, are considered to be some of the greatest works of all times and base of religion for Hinduism. The four Vedas comprise of Rigved, Samved, Atharvaved, and Yajurvaved. Let us look at the contributions made by Indians to the world. Indians were the first ones to describe the Fibonacci pattern of numbers. This sequence was first described by Virhanka, Gopala, and Hemachandra as an outgrowth of the earlier writing on Sanskrit by Pingala. Indians discovered the cashmere wool. USB was developed and defined by Ajay V. Bhatt, who is an Indian American computer architect. You can also credit him for AGP, full form Accelerated Graphics Port, PCI Express, platform power, management architecture, and various chipset improvements. C. Rescograph is an Indian invention. It is a device for measuring growth in plants and was invented in the early 20th century by Sir Jagdish Chandra Bose. Cataract surgery was first found in ancient India. India gave the world its first Takshashila University. India gave to the world Zero, the game of chess originated in India. In fact, Indians were the first to invent buttons. Shampoo originated in India. India gave the world cure for leprosy. Snakes and ladders was inspired from an Indian game called Mokshapat. Ayurveda originated from India. Buddhism and Jainism originated in India. In fact, India invented card games called suits. Krida Patram, which also means painted rags for playing, is an early suit game made of painted rags. It was invented in ancient India. India taught the world to cultivate jute. India described trigonometric functions. The trigonometric functions, sine and versine, originated in Indian astronomy. They were described in detail by Aryabhatta in the late 5th century, but were likely developed earlier in astronomical treatise of the 3rd or the 4th century. Later, the 6th century astronomer Varam Mihira discovered a few basic trigonometric formulas and identities. The Pentium chip was invented by an Indian. Vinod Dham is also known as the father of the Pentium chip for his contribution to the development of highly successful Pentium processors from Intel. India gave candied sugar to the world. The process of producing crystallized sugar from sugarcane was discovered by the time of the imperial Guptas, and the earliest references of candied sugar come from India. The process was soon transmitted to China with traveling Buddhist monks. Chinese documents confirm 2 missions to India for obtaining technology for sugar refining. Bhaskaracharya rightly calculated the time by the earth to orbit the sun. Using an astronomical model developed by Brahmagupta in the 7th century, Bhaskara accurately defined many astronomical quantities, including the length of the sidereal year, the time that is required for the earth to orbit the sun. Thank you. In this module, we learned about the rich heritage and diverse cultures of India. Thank you.